Thanks, Nompumelelo. Queen Elizabeth II has welcomed leaders to Buckingham Palace as she hosts the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting. For more on the Commonwealth meeting, we cross to our correspondent in London, Catherine Drew. Good afternoon, Catherine. Quite an affair at Buckingham Palace with the Queen opening the meeting. Tell us a little bit more about that.
That's right, yes. Leaders from around the world, 53 nations, are gathered here in a beautiful, glorious, sunny day, actually almost like summer here. They've brought some African sunshine, perhaps, and they have been welcomed both by Theresa May and, of course, Queen Elizabeth II, who said, "Welcome to my home," as she entertained them at Buckingham Palace. We've seen a ceremony inside and also an outside with lots of soldiers and colours and the flags, etc., etc. The Queen saying that the Commonwealth was a great convening power, also making a plea that her son Prince Charles continue as head of the Commonwealth. One of the issues up for debate over the next couple of days is who will succeed the Queen as head of the Commonwealth. The monarch is 91 years old. She has been head of the Commonwealth since 1952. But obviously this is a subject that needs to be discussed, and apparently a decision will be made over the next couple of days. So as I said, a glorious, glorious day as these leaders get down to some work after the pomp and ceremony of the opening ceremony.
Catherine, there's about 53 nations meeting. They've got 2 days to get through many issues. What do you think the top of the agenda will be?
Well, the top of the agenda, being pushed by the UK government anyway, is plastic pollution, particularly pollution in the ocean. So they really want to see some action on that. We've got some initiatives in the UK banning straws, banning plastic cutlery. Obviously, for a lot of those island nations, ocean pollution is a huge issue. They're also going to be talking about cybersecurity with the actions recently in Syria, bad relations between many Western powers and Russia. Obviously, that's going to be a concern. And also, they're going to be looking at trying to boost intra-Commonwealth trade. And we've heard from President Ramaphosa over the past couple of days about South Africa's investment drive and also his wish that intra-African trade be boosted as well. So we're going to hear a lot about that over the next couple of days, and they will be coming up with a statement, a sort of agreement tomorrow after these days of meetings.
Catherine, something that hasn't really been discussed so far is Zimbabwe. There's new leadership there, and how after not being part of that grouping for so long, they're looking to rejoin the Commonwealth.
Yes, that's right. So the Zimbabwean Foreign Minister was asked by the UK Foreign Minister, Boris Johnson, to participate, to observe the meeting. So he's been here as an observer, and we understand from Zimbabwe that they are keen to rejoin this group. I don't think there's going to be any formal talks or any formal decision. The Secretary-General of the Commonwealth, Patricia Scotland, was saying that she hadn't had any official application, but there is a process, she said the other day, if countries who have left the Commonwealth want to rejoin. I think Zimbabwe would be welcomed back. A lot of optimism about the Southern African region, about the new president in Zimbabwe, and certainly that they may take a lead and return back to the Commonwealth. So there won't be any formal declaration as we understand it, but that is a subject for discussion, and the Zimbabwe Foreign Minister here in an observational capacity.
And with Brexit looming, should the Commonwealth countries be concerned with negotiating new bilateral trade agreements with the UK?
Well, that is been a subject of discussion over the past couple of days. Many of the leaders have held bilateral talks with Theresa May, including Cyril Ramaphosa. After the Queen, that was his second stop almost. It was Downing Street for talks, and obviously Britain is very keen to lay the ground.
Our apologies for that break in transmission. Catherine Drew coming to us live there from the UK, giving us an update on those meetings that are taking place in Buckingham Palace.